Look who it is down in sunny Florida. So it's time. We've got hella E85, hella Vargas, and we're about to tune the FD. He says I'm gonna blow the trans. He says I'm gonna blow the diff.
Or the engine.
Or the engine, because he built it. We'll see what happens. I mean, you built it better than Mazda, but maybe not that much better. Right, we're gonna see. We're getting on the dyno, and we're hoping for how much?
Be in the mid fives.
Mid fives?
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Holy sh**. I don't know.
Turbo can do.
We're all on, the turbo's the unknown, so we'll see. I have no voice from screaming on the live stream, and I'm supposed to announce tomorrow. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Well, let's get the FD on the dyno and see how she does. Oh my God. She's on the dyno. We're gonna give Derek a call, hopefully he picks up. He's gonna help us set up the dyno, which is, there's like settings for this dyno. We're gonna run it with the pump, gas in it, make sure everything's good. I mean, what do you do? Just the process, just tune it on pump more?
Well, we're just gonna turn on the flex fuel corrections.
Yeah.
Because it might change it a little bit.
And then
depending on the ethanol that it's reading. And then from there, we'll just make sure the whole tune's fine, address a couple issues. You gotta put weight on it for it to line up.
Yeah, I tried to. Look who it is. We meet again.
Oh, baby.
You haven't seen the old girl. What do you think?
No, this thing is gorgeous. It's too nice.
Yeah, it is.
It's actually too nice.
It is. It kind of sucks to drive,
You
but.
this guy's touching?
Yeah, dirty bastard. Always getting in with dirty ass.
Don't we work on your engines too?
Yeah, but I don't have anything this nice.
Let's pop it.
I thought you had to clean that feed.
And see, this is a 7,000 mile FD.
Okay.
I have a $7,000 FD. That's where we differ. This thing is stupid clean.
We'll let you rip it maybe tonight.
Yeah,
see what you think. Just don't break it.
He's gonna leave your diff on the floor.
No.
All right, boys. I guess it's time. We're up. LZMFG dyno. Give Adam a big shout out for letting us use dyno down here in Florida. I just want to feel 500 horsepower one time before I put it away for the next shitty 5 months. Shout out Vargas. Mike's the man for coming down here and doing this. Adam's the man for letting me use this dyno. And Florida's the man for having good weather. You got this? Hell yeah. How's she look? Healthy?
Rich.
Really rich?
Yeah.
So I got those plugs and I got the E. Say when we're ready, swap them and go.
Yeah.
Alright boys, so you just saw some pulls. The FD on this dyno with the settings currently, Vargas doesn't know a lot about it, and we don't really care about the number, to be completely honest with you. It's making around 350. It's ranged from 350, 335. It's also like 90 degrees out here, so our goal now is just see the improvement. So we gotta drain the fuel. You wanna kill it?
Well, I want to check make sure the boost controller's working also.
Okay, yeah, because maybe, what are you running for boost?
It's still 14.
Okay. Yeah, we added the boost control, added the flex fuel. How'd the flex fuel stuff do? That was turned off, right?
It was turned off. I turned it on right now, and it's running like a little bit rich from it.
Okay.
But you know, probably if we leaned it out a bit, it'll
make a little more.
Up, yeah.
It's whatever. Let's just go. I mean, I'd rather see a bigger jump in number than make it fast now by leaning it out and then get a smaller jump with the E.
Yeah.
I want it really safe on pump because I don't really want to run it on pump, but I want to be able to be like, oh shit, thing gets 100 miles to a tank, let me get pump, and then on E, it just fuck and it'd be set to kill, because it'd be stupid to go drive this thing on pump and beat the shit out of it, you know? So we're at let's call it 340. It was 350, 330. Right now this last one was 332. We saw 348, so we'll just call it 340. And now we're gonna drain the fuel and we're gonna put E in it. We're gonna pre-mix it up, and we've also gotta change the plugs. We'll see what happens. All right, so they're draining all the fuel. We're putting the E in. Mike just informed me my fuel lines are too small to make big power, which is perfectly fine. I've always just wanted to make 4 to 450 in this. He said the fuel line stock are good for 500 on pump, which is probably 460, I would assume, on E, maybe a little less. I'm okay with it. I don't want to run the turbo. I don't want to blow off valve. I don't want to run the turbo to 35 PSI. If I'm bored of it, it's not enough. The car doesn't even send the tire. You know, maybe I'll upgrade the fuel.
I think what we'll do is we'll concentrate on getting into 4s, but we'll concentrate on the low end. Now that we got the boost controller working, we're gonna try to bring up the power band on the low end.
You getting close? So we just changed the fuel over. It's at about 70% so far. We haven't run it long, but I think it'll hit a little bit more. Yeah, change the plugs, and then we're gonna see what it does. It's only 70% E, which is fine.
Winter blend stuff.
Yeah, winter blend shit. But it's kind of good because,
I mean, that's what you're gonna get.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
so.
Well, it's also good because we don't need as much fuel then. It's kind of like 30% pump, which that mixture is probably better for the power level we're gonna reach. Because we won't just be straight E85, which is just too much volume. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens, but
So
you think it'll do?
Right now, like it should be easy. Literally, there's a table on the map where you don't touch the map itself. You just touch the scalers of, like, it goes from 0 ethanol to like 100%, whatever.
Is that a linear scale though?
Yeah. So you just mess with that.
What the fuck's that noise?
That's the boost controller.
Oh.
So you just mess with that, and then there's another table for timing. So it will, depending on the ethanol, it will add extra timing, and then there's another table for boost, depending on the ethanol.
How much boost do you think it's gonna run?
I mean, right now, like I'm probably gonna do it in the mid 20s. It should be.
See what happens.
You want to be at.
Yeah.
Can we run like 30s? Yeah, but
we'll see with the turbo.
It's just gonna peak and drop down. So you know, it's just a turbo thing. But I don't think you're gonna want to go in a horsepower chase, putting bigger turbos, and then, you know, we go back to the same position we were at when you wanted us to build a car. It's a mountain car, it's a here and there, like A to B car, not a highway monster. You know?
Right. We're not going for peak power. We're going for drivability, mid-range, just ragey. It's fun to do the highway pulls. It's fun to do the street pulls, but realistically, it's terrible to drive around corners. When you hit the gas and that thing hits like a 2-stroke, breaks the tires loose out of nowhere, it's just not fun. Yeah. Right now it's super linear, but it doesn't have enough torque. Yeah. So we need that torque up. Unfortunately, we don't get a torque number.
Which that's gonna be fixed with the boost controller being on, so we can close that wastegate.
All right, well, let's change those plugs, see what happens. All right. The first start. Go ahead, Thomas. Fire it right up. You're gonna foul those plugs out quick. 73, it's going up. So I'm nervous. I don't know what the word is. I don't know what I don't even think Mike knows what the fuck this thing's gonna do, what kind of power it's capable of. I don't think anyone knows. So I guess all we're gonna do is sit and wait and see. Just have a bunch of dyno runs, and then I really don't give a fuck what that says. I just want to drive it and see how it feels. It hasn't touched the boost, and we just hit 415 wheel.
We changed the spark plugs.
We changed the spark plugs. I told you, you're like,
One spark plug was bad.
Yeah.
That matches what we had. We haven't raised the boost. We haven't touched the time.
But he's gonna do a little. No, should it do anything?
It's not gonna change the power unless I add
timing or boost.
I haven't, or boost, which I haven't.
So we went from 340 to 415 from a spark plug. Well, we're at 415. We were at 405. It was probably down because of the spark plug situation. We probably should change it before, but it doesn't matter. but our baseline now is 415 on E on 14 pounds of boost. Now he can start cranking it up. So we just had it. It's 415, but the after the correction, you think, or who knows? It's at 400 torque, yeah. Which that's the wild one. That's without changing anything besides spark plug. So safe to say, maybe it makes 405 on Jimmy's dyno and Mike's dyno, and 415 on Adam's. Reads a hair higher, and that's not linear. It could fall off at one point or get greater, but for now we just want that base. So he's at 415 now, 14 pounds of boost on E. We kind of don't care about pump. I always say pump, but we don't give a shit about pump numbers. Even if it's 360 and safe, that's all I care about. So I'll do another run. Are you gonna do timing now before you start adding boost?
Huh?
You're gonna play with timing before you start adding boost?
I'm gonna play with fuel and timing.
You're gonna lean it up?
Yeah.
All right. What's your number?
I think it'll get close to like
440,
probably 440.
That's like, where it's done when we run out of fuel.
No, not where it's gonna be done. Probably after I clean it up.
But you said it won't do 5 without bigger lines.
It might do 5.
We'll see.
We'll see. You're gonna have to look at that fuel pressure gauge.
When we start getting up there?
Yeah, like.
What do we want to see it at?
You want it to go up and then hold steady as it goes in boost, but not drop back down.
So if it drops, we gotta stop.
Yeah.
We've hit 452. How much?
It's at 20, but I let off of it.
20 PSI? You think it'll have done more?
Oh yeah, I didn't rev it out.
Why not?
I got off. I don't know. I just got off.
Pussy. So after all that time and all those side skirts and all those other mods, we've hit our final number at 20 PSI? Yeah. 20 PSI. We have 463.9. We'll call it 465. Can we check the torque on that? He thinks the hot side of the turbo is too small, and to be fair, this is built for response, not Vargas brother fucking power. So I think this is exactly where I want this car to be. I can't wait to feel it.
It says run 1.
Yeah, you got the wrong.
Yeah.
Who knows? We don't know what the torque is. Fucking Mike doesn't know how to use these dynos. What do you think it is at 465?
I mean, it's how hard it's hitting. It's probably like around like 400 and something torque. I'm
just glad it runs good. I can shred it. We're gonna take it off the dyno. I'll go for my first drive. We added 50 wheel.
More than that probably, because it was doing what, 430?
Well, it did 415. Well, it did 340, but once we changed the plugs, it did 415 at 14 PSI.
Yeah.
Went up another 6 and it made, 50 wheel. And honestly, like, the way it's gonna hit so much different, it made no torque.
Low end, it's gonna feel it.
It's gonna feel crazy. Mid-range. So we'll get off the dyno and we'll see how she do. Mike blew it up.
Yeah.
She wasn't ready.
It wasn't ready for the full boost. We have damages here.
Guess what? I bought a new one of those like 2 weeks ago.
That's like 23 pounds of boost just.
Wow. And it wouldn't dent it, right? No. Nah. I just bought a brand new one of those from Atkins. They had it on eBay. I bought it.
Didn't show up.
$200 to ship it. I don't have it yet though, like you said. So we're gonna use that on B-roller. Yeah. Roll that shit. Yeah, we had to cut it, Yeah. Give us a break, man. We don't have a bead roller.
I heard that shit went warp speed.
It was quick. What do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Feels good?
Yeah.
Fast. Had a little break up in second.
Yeah.
We'll get it right. We'll just keep cruising. See what happens.
Moved over all 23 pounds.
Fast.
It's actually pulling quick.
It pulls really, really, really nicely. That second gear was a little rough. Yeah, I think it was kind of me with the throttle in the beginning, and then I just fucking held it down. But I'm gonna say it. The FD is officially dialed. He's gonna keep messing with the tuning. We'll drive up and down the road, but. So this may be the last video. Maybe we'll let Adam drive it. That might be the last video. But thanks for watching. Thanks for everyone making thing fucking moves out. Murr got a sick picture of it shooting flames. It's just the perfect FD. That's why we call it the Dream FD. So go give Mike and his crew a follow. Go check out their YouTube channel, Angel Motorsports. Mike's taking care of me so well. This car is just...
It's only one thing I haven't done for you.
What's that? Not yet.
Not yet.
Good night.